British American Tobacco plc is a British multinational tobacco company headquartered in London, United Kingdom. It is one of the world Euro unregistered trademark S5 largest tobacco companies. BAT has a market-leading position in over 50 countries and operations in around 180 countries. Its four largest selling brands are Dunhill, Lucky Strike, Kent and Pall Mall, with others including Kool, Benson Hedges and Rothmans. BAT has a primary listing on the London Stock Exchange and is a constituent of the FTSE 100 index. As of July 6, 2012, it had a market capitalisation of £65.6 billion, the sixth largest of any company listed on the London Stock Exchange. It has a secondary listing on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. History, 1902 to 2000. The company was formed in 1902, when the United Kingdom's Imperial Tobacco Company and the American Tobacco Company of the USA agreed to form a joint venture, the British American Tobacco Company Limited. The parent companies agreed not to trade in each other's domestic territory and to assign trademarks, export businesses and overseas subsidiaries to the joint venture. James Buchanan Duke became its chairman, and the British American tobacco business began life in countries as diverse as Canada, China, Germany, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia, but not in the United Kingdom or USA. In China, BAT inherited a factory in the Pudong district of Shanghai from W.D.&H.O. Wills, one of the precursor companies of Imperial Tobacco. Under the management of James Augustus Thomas from Rockingham, North Carolina, USA, by 1919 the Shanghai factory was producing more than 243 million cigarettes per week. Thomas worked closely with the local Wing Tai Vo Tobacco Company, which developed into BAT's principal Chinese partner after its success with the Ruby Queen cigarette brand. In 1911 the American Tobacco Company sold its share of the company. Imperial Tobacco gradually reduced its shareholding, but it was not until 1980 that it divested its remaining interests in the company. At its peak, in 1937 BAT manufactured and distributed 55 billion cigarettes in China. The company's assets were seized by the Japanese in 1941 following their 1937 invasion. In 1953 the company was ejected from China following the foundation of the People's Republic. In 1976 the group companies were reorganized under a new holding company, BAT Industries. In 1994 BAT acquired its former parent, American Tobacco Company. This brought the Lucky Strike and Pall Mall brands into BAT's portfolio. In 1999 it merged with Rothmans International, which included a share in a factory in Burma. This made it the target of criticism from human rights groups. It sold its share of the factory on November 6, 2003 after an exceptional request from the British government. 2000 to present. In 2002, BAT lost a lawsuit about the right to sell cigarettes under the Marlboro brand name in the UK. It had acquired Rothmans, which had previously bought a license to use the name from Philip Morris. Philip Morris attorneys invoked a get-out clause for the case of a major change of ownership. In 2003, BAT acquired Ent Tabacchi Italiani S.p.A., Italy's state tobacco company. The important acquisition would elevate BAT to the number 2 position in Italy, the second largest tobacco market in the European Union. The scale of the enlarged operations would bring significant opportunities to compete and grow ETI's local brands and BAT's international brands. In August 2003, BAT acquired a 67.8% holding in the Serbian tobacco company Dvansko Industrija Vranji, allowing local manufacture of its brands, freeing them from import duties. In the longer term, export opportunities are planned as neighboring countries in Southeast Europe develop free trade agreements. In January 2007, BAT closed its remaining UK production plant in Southampton with the loss of over 600 jobs. However, the global research and development operation and some financial functions will continue on the site. Then in 2008 BAT acquired Turkey's state-owned cigarette maker Kool. In July 2008, BAT acquired the cigarette and snus operations of the Scandinavian Tobacco Company. BAT acquired 60% of Indonesia's Bentel Group in 2009 before increasing its stake to 100% the following year. In May 2011 BAT acquired the Colombian company Productora Tabacalera de Tabacos S.A. Operations, current. International brands include Dunhill, Kent, Lucky Strike, Pall Mall, Vogue, Rothmans International, Winfield, State Express 555, Kool, and Viceroy. However, British American Tobacco does not necessarily own the rights to all of these brands in every nation they are marketed. Local brands owned by British American Tobacco include Benson Hedges, Belmont, Jockey Club, Stradbroke, Hollywood, Du Maurier, Prince, North State, HB, Sopiani, Wills, Ardath, Bentel, and Country, Carroll's, Carroll's Kings, Grand Parade, Black Allen, Sweet Afton, Major, Boots, Alas, Gold Leaf, Jan 3 Sobieski, Java Gold, Courtley, Benson Hedges, Dunhill, Kent, Pall Mall, Perilis, Peter Stuyvesant, and Rothmans, Parisienne, Multip and Xon, Cravenay as well as BAT Snus, Holiday, Freedom and Park Drive Royals, Embassy, Viceroy, Newport, Lucky Strike and Dominican Republic and Delta in El Salvador. On June 11, 2006, R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company announced that it would be manufacturing Camel brand snus in Sweden in partnership with British American Tobacco. The product would be test-marketed in Portland, Oregon and Austin, Texas by the end of the month. The Bentel Group products include Bentel Biru, Bentel Mild, Bentel Sejati, Star Mild, X Mild, One Indonesia Masyarakat Dahulukan Pengkapian Dahulukan, Club Mild, Dunhill Fine Cut Mild, Bintang Bayana, Tali Jagat, Pia 1 NSIP, Jogged, Rawat, Ardath, Benson Hedges, and Country. The Jalora Jar Jar products include Wismilak Special, Wismilak Slim, Wismilak Diplomat, Colin Slim, Colin Mild, and Milday. Former, BAT has diversified into various fields at different times in its history. Its U.S. retail division, BAT U.S. Retail Group, acquired Jim Bell's, Kohl's, and Saks Fifth Avenue in the 1970s and Marshall Field's and its divisions in 1982. The United Kingdom retail chain Argos was purchased in 1979. Kohl's grocery stores were sold to A&P in 1983. In 1986, BAT US sold the Kohl's department stores and two Marshall Field's divisions, the Crescent and Frederick and Nelson. BAT US closed Jim Bell's the same year, with many locations being absorbed by sister division Marshall Field's, as well as Allied Stores Stearns and Pomeroy's divisions. In 1990 Marshall Field's was sold to Dayton Hudson Corporation, Ivy's was sold to Dillard's, Saks Fifth Avenue was sold to Investcorp S.A., and Argos was demerged. The group was a major financial services company with the acquisitions of Eagle Star, Allied Dunbar and the Farmers Group, incorporated around 1996. British American Tobacco merged their financial operations into a single operating unit, British American Financial Services. This division was merged with Zurich Insurance Company in 1998 to form the Zurich Financial Services Group. BAT still owns the minority interest in Zurich. Senior management, Nicandro Durante became the chief executive in March 2011. Sponsorships, BAT have found many imaginative ways over the years to keep its brands in the public eye. ITC Limited, in which BAT holds a minority share, as recently as 1996 secured an arrangement to sponsor the Cricket World Cup, which was branded the Wills World Cup, and thereby achieved a high level of brand recognition for the Wills cigarette brand in India, where young cricket fans were a key target market. BAT also sponsored the London Symphony Orchestra. Motorsport. The success of Formula One motor racing has largely been built on tobacco sponsorship, including that of BAT. In 1997 BAT brought its participation in the sport to new levels with the purchase of the Tyrrell team for approximately £30 a million. The team raced as Tyrrell for the 1998 season before being renamed as British American Racing. BAT used the team to advertise major brands, particularly Lucky Strike and State Express 555. Although Formula One is an exceptionally expensive sport, for BAT the high cost of running an F1 team was justified as a promotional expense because there were few other opportunities for brand promotion. However, in 2005 a European Union directive was brought into force which required national governments to legislate to prevent tobacco sponsorship. The livery of cars competing at circuits outside of EU jurisdiction can continue to promote tobacco brands, but these opportunities are declining as anti-tobacco legislation begins to bite. In 2004 BAR announced that technology partner Honda had purchased a 45% stake, and in September 2005 it announced that Honda would be buying the remaining 55% stake. The team raced as Honda Racing F1 team in 2006, the last year of the Lucky Strike sponsorship before leaving the sport. For the 2006 season, the team was renamed as Honda F1 Racing Team, with BAT only advertised at a couple of races. All links between the two companies were severed for 2007. Controversies: the Nigerian federal government filed a lawsuit against BAT and two other tobacco companies in 2007. Nigeria is seeking $42.4 billion, $34.4 billion of which the government seeks in anticipation of the future cost of treating Nigerians for tobacco-related illnesses. They are also seeking $1.04 billion as a fine for the company's advertising and marketing campaign allegedly targeting Nigerian youth, and has asked the companies to fund an awareness campaign to educate young people about the dangers of their product. Several Nigerian state governments have filed similar petitions. In 2008 the company was the subject of a BBC Two documentary, in which Duncan Bannatyne investigated the marketing practices of the company in Africa and specifically the way the company targets younger Africans with branded music events, competitions and the sale of single cigarette sticks. Many of the practices uncovered by Bannatyne appeared to break BAT's own code of conduct and company standards. Towards the end of the program, Bannatyne interviewed Dr. Chris Proctor, head of science and regulation, in which Proctor admitted that advertisements targeting children from 3 African countries were disappointing. In many of these undeveloped countries, the awareness of health risks from smoking is very low or non-existent. In September 2001, BAT invested $7.1 million in North Korean state-owned enterprise called the Korea Sojong Trading Corporation, which employs 200 people in Pyongyang to produce up to 2 billion cigarettes a year. The operation is run by BAT's Singapore division. Brands of cigarettes produced are Kum Gansan, Craven A and Viceroy. BAT claims that the cigarettes are produced only for consumption in North Korea, although there are allegations that the cigarettes are smuggled for sale overseas. British American Tobacco was declared the winner of the 2008 Roger Award, the award for the worst transnational corporation operating in New Zealand. British American Tobacco spent more than $700,000 lobbying the EU in 2008, up to 4 times as much as the company declared on the EU's Register of Interest Representatives, according to a report by Corporate Europe Observatory. The report argues that BAT's hidden lobbying activities, which are clearly not in the public interest, should be exposed to public scrutiny. Canadian class action lawsuit: the 3 largest Canadian tobacco companies, Imperial Tobacco Canada, JTI McDonald Corporation and Rothmans Benson Hedges, are the subject of the largest class action lawsuit in Canadian history. The case started on March 12, 2012 in Quebec Superior Court, and the companies face a potential payout of 27 billion Canadian dollars in damages and penalties. In addition, a number of Canadian provinces are teaming up to sue tobacco companies to recover healthcare costs caused by smoking. References. External links: official website, Imperial Tobacco Canada. Yahoo! A Euro-British American Tobacco plc company profile, British American Tobacco plc historical stock chart, BAT dragged out of Burma. The Guardian. November 7, 2003, George Monbiot, The Guardian, August 23, 2005, Smoke and Mirrors, World Health Organization, WHO report on the global tobacco epidemic, 2008.